What is happening, people? Welcome back to X-Men, the official game. This is part 3. Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, leads the X-Men. So, we're going to continue the game. I am in a heavy copyright dispute with some wannabe rapper who is trying to claim revenue from our channel and all kinds of nonsense when the dude is illegally misusing the GoldenEye watch theme. Whereas I was using this song in its original intent, he is claiming... I don't know, whatever. I'm not even dealing with this dude's nonsense. He's got 1,000 subscribers. He lazily rapped over the GoldenEye watch theme. Literally ripped from the pause menu of the game. He did nothing to transform the work other than to rap over it. Now he is claiming ownership of the song itself. And I'm like, you know what? Miss me with that nonsense. I contacted Rare. I contacted the composer and I let them know about this. I even let YouTube know about this. Because if this fool tries to copyright strike me, I'm going to ruin his freaking career. Because I'm sick of this nonsense. Like, you can use other people's music and stuff, but you cannot claim physical ownership just because you spoke over it. And literally, it is the pause screen of GoldenEye. You do not own that. There was someone who actually composed that. It's just lazy, and I'm not forgiving it all today. I'm about ready to hit the roof. So... it's just, you cannot steal someone else's music and then just lazily rap over it. That's not how it works. Like, you have to transform the music or use, like, 30 seconds of it or 15 seconds of that. And even technically then, like, people can say, oh, you're stealing someone else's song. But you cannot then go and say, I own this because I spoke over it. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way. So, screw him and his, like, music label that's trying to take our channel down. So, you know, I was busy because I had to contact a bunch of people, and, like, I'm giving him 24 hours to retract his claim on, like, 5 or 6 videos. I'm royally ticked. I'm furious. Because I'm using the song the way that it's intended. Which is just, it's literally the pause music. You can hear the static, you can hear the watch. I'm not even using the actual pause music that's on the soundtrack for GoldenEye. I literally used my Be Right Back music from the pause screen. Which, you know, was technically a transformative work because you can hear the static, you can hear all this other stuff. And you have some dude, I don't know where he is, I don't care, claiming ownership of the song, and he hit like 4 or 5 of my videos. So not only did I dispute it, but I contacted Rare, I contacted the composer, and I contacted YouTube and I say, if this fool tries to copyright strike me, this is what's going on. Because I don't appreciate it.
Good. So sick of
that. I don't understand why people just can't, like, if you're going to go and use someone else's music, you know, you can't then say, well, because I rapped over it, I'm the legal owner of this. No, you're not. It's like, you didn't make the beat. You stole the beat and you're using it. You didn't even do, like, most rappers, when they take someone else's music, they transform it. Like, the people who rapped over the Aerosmith song, they used a little bit of the dude who looks like a lady stuff, but they changed the beat. It's like they used a little bit of the song, like the da-da-da-da, dude looks like a lady, but then they changed, you know, stuff. So they tributed the original work, but they transformed it. This guy is literally using the entire song and then claiming that I am misusing his property when he doesn't even own it! Anyway, so yeah, I'm livid. I'm mad. I'm straight up angry. Okay. Anyway, I don't like people that do shortcuts. I cannot stand people that use shortcuts and then claim, 1, they're being bullied or victimized, 2, they're picking on a bigger channel when they have nobody, and 3, they're stealing someone else's property acting like it's their own. I cannot stand that. It really, it burns a fire in me.
Shadow Trooper said that poser doesn't have a brain.
No, he thinks he can get away with it because, like, he has some type of record label, but that, I mean, there needs to be a lawsuit. Like, if I was Rare or the original composer, I'd be like, yeah, I'm taking your channel down because you can't use my song.
How is he selling records?
I don't know if he's selling records, but he has a record label. I don't know. I mean, but this happens all the time. Like, anyway. Wolverine continues his relentless pursuit of Lady Deathstrike, bent on rescuing Storm. His progress is hindered by hordes of Hydra warriors bent on delaying him at every turn. Okay. Yeah, I'm just dealing with a lot right now. Sorry for the rant. Anyway, you guys have the super chat goal if you want to try to do the Bale voice. I'm game, but I'm furious. Because, I mean, that's why I was delayed. I literally had to contact, like, I had to find where the composer is, the original composer, the guy who did the GoldenEye theme. I had to get a hold of them and just... Because what happens is if you do a copyright dispute, these rappers or some other people that say that they own the song, they can strike your channel. So I had to get YouTube involved, I had to get all these other people involved when I did the dispute and just let them know someone's misusing your song, all this other stuff, give them a link to the channel and stuff, because, I mean, it's like, you know, you can't go and do this stuff, it's illegal. No, I'm gonna eat after the Wolverine stream. Also, I had to set up the Multiversus stream. But I guess we won't be using the Bond theme for a while, even though it's, you know, it's not that rapper's property. So, I mean, I'm wicked angry. And, you know, if he faces legal consequences from Rare and the composer, good. Because you can't do that. You can't shortcut life. You can't go and steal somebody's full song and then claim that, you know, 20 years later, you're the one who created it. No, you did not. Like, it's like, be honest, at least. You can't do that. I cannot stand lazy people. Especially lazy people who then try to come after me when I was actually doing... That's the thing. I was actually doing things correctly. Like, I was doing things straight and narrow, doing things legally, and you have somebody come, some fool comes and does a shortcut. And just, it really ticks me off. Because that's what happens. That's what whenever I take the straight and narrow, I always get screwed. Don't bot your channel, everything will work out. Don't bot my channel, channel ends up in the shape it is. You know? Don't do this, don't do that. It's like, okay, I don't do that. What am I going to get for it? Nothing. Whenever I do things the easy way, or whenever I do things the correct way, I always get screwed. People who always take shortcuts in life always do better. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're fine, you didn't do anything.
I'm sorry.
I'm just furious. You didn't do anything wrong.
I'm not pretty anymore, so you can't make money. I can't do anything right.
No, you don't call the police over that kind of stuff. It's a copyright dispute. You know, I got the composer involved, I got Rare involved. It's up to them whatever they do. You know, I just want them to remove the claims because the claims are a false flag. They're a false copyright. Have I ever played the 2003 movie Hulk game? Yes. Yes, I have. Wow, I think I'm going to have to play a novice the rest of the game because I'm just getting smoked. Like, these Hydra guys are just mopping the floor with Logan here. And I can't do anything to them. Like, they're destroying me, like, outright. Like, the Nightcrawler levels were something else, but this is insane. Even X-Men Origins Wolverine handled Logan's combat and stuff better. I mean, you have to remember, this game is almost 19 years old. Like, games were made very different back in the day. They were made... You don't have, like, in terms of this game's difficulty and how it works, like, you do not have games like this outside of Dark Souls. Like, Dark Souls is similar combat-wise to this, or, like, maybe the Lord of the Rings games with that, what do you call it? That Nemesis engine. Like, Linky, do not do that! Linky, do not do that. You're gonna break the screen, buddy. Link! I opened that window so we don't have the smoke alarm go off. Is the stuff still cooking, honey, or is it off? Okay, when you're done eating, could you close the screen so he doesn't... He's trying to break out of our house, for whatever reason. Probably sees something outside, I don't know what he's doing. He's a cat. Ow, ow, ow. So yeah, apologies, guys and gals, that's why I was really late. I was dealing with a copyright dispute. And I had to rope in a bunch of people. And so it took me a while to find the composer and all this other stuff. And you can find pretty much anybody. Like, LinkedIn is like a great service. Crap. I'll try one more time, then we'll switch to Novice. Guys, I said drop the national anthem stuff. I will start not banning, excuse me. I've had it up to here right now. You know, the national anthem messed up the channel. It's the national anthem of the United States, whether you agree with it or not, whether it's a wartime song or not. It is literally the national anthem of the United States. You can't change that, no matter how much you hope and wish. And, you know, it's your country's national anthem. Like it or hate it, that's reality. Canada's theme is Canada. Germany is Germany's theme. Although Germany did change their national anthem when they were a dictatorship and owned by Yazis, but they've since gone back to the original national anthem that they had before that party. You know? I think Russia still has the same national anthem they've been using for 50 years or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's your country's national anthem. Like it or hate it, it is what it is. YouTube cost us 7 hours of low views because of it. We put it up on a dummy channel. If that soldier wants to use it, we'll give him the link later. But, you know, nobody knew this was going to happen. But if people continue to argue about it, like the severity of it, I don't care what side of the what side of the aisle you're on talking about it. Like, if I see anybody talking about it after this point in time, for or against, I'm saying no more. If I see any of it, 30-minute timeout. Starting now. Because I'm not dealing with that. I am literally dealing with a legal issue about a James Bond song that I don't own the rights to, but neither does that rapper, and I'm using it legally within the grounds of fair use. Okay? So I am... Kwing right now is like right between New Yorker mode and rage mode. So do not push me. Okay? So no more of this national anthem stuff. I'm putting my foot down. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're Democrat. It ends now. Understood? Everybody in agreement? You can apologize to each other, whatever, but just drop it. Focus on Xmen. Focus on the rapper. I don't care. I don't want you guys pointing fingers at each other. Like I said, politics divide people, and you've seen in just 5 minutes, a lot of you guys are ready to rip your heads off because you're either on opposing political sides or whatever. You have to learn to get along. Whether or not, the best thing that you need to learn is agree to disagree. You can have your stances, but you cannot throw your friendships or your niceness or your community away just because of political differences. That makes you idiots. Got it? Good. Try this again, and then we're going to go to Novice, because I'm getting my butt kicked. Which is insane, but again, this game is from almost 19 years ago. This was, what you're witnessing right now, this is what normal mode was like 19 years ago. Do you see the difference? Like, Wolverine is getting waxed. Wait, is wax still a term? No, you guys call it wash now. Thank you, to, Slow Motion. You rock, buddy. Thank you. And I have talked to YouTube about the, what they call it, the super chat goal, to see if, like, it can be used towards something. And Slow Motion for you, buddy. If we get, like, another $5 donation, I will do 10 minutes of the Bale voice. Just because, like, you did go toward the goal, even if YouTube doesn't count it. I will count it. I will do at least a 10 minutes, like, unofficially. But I am gonna have to go to Novice mode, which makes me super angry because with all my gaming skills, you would think I would be able to play this game, but I'm just getting completely destroyed by a bunch of guys with cattle prods and fake Wolverine claws. I mean, think about this. These are dudes in hazmat suits, and Wolverine with his healing factor can't take them on? Miss me with that nonsense. What are you talking about? Dude literally has got a sparkly cattle prod, and here's Wolverine getting utterly destroyed when he's got a freaking healing factor? In the movies, he gets stabbed constantly, and everything would be fine. Because he could heal. He had a better healing thing than Deadpool and Sabretooth in these games? Nah. Alright, unofficial. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Alright, so let me start the stopwatch. And for 10 minutes I will do the Bale voice. Because the super chats. So we're gonna die anyway. We're gonna go to novice mode. Kill me! Kill me! Thank you. Fine. You paid top dollar. So... 10 minutes unofficial. Starting now. Oh gosh. Even though we're gonna play on novice, there's nothing novice about this game. No! No! Quit. I can't do it. Okay, now we have to mute it. Because... the Xmen theme. Da 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 da. Batman plays Xmen. The video game. Yeah. Batman's dinner's ready. I have to play on baby mode because I can't beat it. It makes me sad. This doesn't hurt my voice. What it does is it takes away my oxygen. And it makes me lightheaded.
You want me to shut this?
Yeah. Thank you. Alright, you egg-sucking piece of gutter trash. I'm gonna use my claws.
I don't know why you're calling me that. I was just shutting the window for you.
I was talking to the guys with cattle prods. Amber is not. I mean, Kwings' wife is amazing. The egg-sucking piece of gutter trash are the guys using cattle prods to stab Wolverine. Which is not cool. This city deserves the pain that it gets from my claws to your face. How are you blocking on easy mode? Someone explain this to me.
I'll go shut the window upstairs.
Yeah. How do you like that? You like the dice and the slice? You like being carved up like a Christmas turkey, you freak. I'm the frickin' Wolverine. And I'm gonna carve you a new face.
Jessica says his insults are hilarious.
Explain this to me, chat. How can guys with cattle prods fight a man with adamantium claws that would literally slice through metal like it was butter? And they have hazmat suits that only protect against radiation, and yet they can withstand adamantium. Make it make sense. You can't. This game is almost 19 years ago, and it is washing me. And it's making me super sad. 3 minutes have passed since the Batman voice has begun. It's crazy. There. How many of these guys do I have to kill in order to move forward? I think this entire level is just fighting bad guys. Oh my gosh. Now they've added fire on the ground. Who made this game? What is wrong with them? Stop saying that. Die. I think the entire level is literally fire popping out of the ground and guys randomly coming out of the woodwork, stabbing me with their cattle prods. It's wrong. Messed up. It's not who I am underneath, but my claws that define me. Stabbity stabbity. Stabby claws. 4 minutes since this torturous idea began. I know, right? Oh, I could feel the oxygen leaving from my face, and my fingers are tingling. And that's not from the smoke of cooking the food. It has to do with lack of oxygen. Did you know that Bale was properly hydrated on the set of the Batman movie when he did this voice?
Properly hydrated?
Properly hydrated. Oh, man. I can literally only do this once a day. Okay.
I'll need one. Oh, I'm sorry. You're doing Bale.
I'm Bale.
Sorry.
I'm Batman. Playing a video game. You're not done yet. Increasing the healing evacuation. You're all terrible. Now they're adding a cage and bad guys. Bring it on. So that's basically how the Wolverine section works. So you have to fight wave after wave of fools. Ow. Inside of wherever we are. And they have the upper hand. Because Wolverine's weakness is cattle prods and fire. I'm gonna die.
Why would... Okay.
Make it make sense.
Cattle prods.
Cattle prods and cages dropping from the ceiling. Bless you. I'm literally gonna die. I have a healing factor, and yet it won't work. Explain this to me. I'm running away from guys in hazmat suits.
Oh my gosh! You got $100 donation from Slow Motion.
I can't do more than 10 minutes, buddy. I'll die.
Wow! Thank you, Slow Motion!
Oh my gosh. 6 minutes of torture. Alright. I'm losing it a little. Why won't they die? Cattle prod man, die! Die! No! Heal. Please heal.
Oh, I don't
Oh my gosh,
want
no!
there.
I died. I died uneasy. I'm never gonna live this town ever. It's terrible. Okay. 7 minutes. 7 minutes of Batman. How did I do 50 minutes yesterday? Okay. Top donator. There you are. Thank you so much for being a top donator of the channel. You're breathtaking. Okay. Wow. Alright, we can do this. I'm going mostly dark. Okay. I don't have any cool combos. I'm feeling really lightheaded here. Okay. Alright. Take the little guy out first. 'Cause he's a problem. Why is Wolverine's levels all about randomly fighting enemies? I can't do any cool stuff other than just fighting wave after wave of bad guys. What's wrong now?
No music.
What?
No music in the background.
That's weird. Okay. Batman. What's the music? There. Okay. Run! 8 minutes and 48 seconds. Okay. Alright. Pace myself. There we go. You're all serving a heaping of justice from my claws. How can he block me? Make it make sense. Yeah. has a frickin' stick with electricity on it. And he's able to destroy me. It makes no sense. At least try to make clever level design. Is that asking too much? I don't think so.
I'm gonna check this. Make sure everything's.
Just watch where you step. You want to use my phone, it has a...
I don't believe in phone flashlights.
It has a flashlight.
I don't believe those work.
They do work.
I don't think so.
They do. Okay. Alright. We're still alive. So far. Now the guys with red are more powerful. And they will kill you dead. So you have to use your powers of claws and swipe them. Okay.
Daffy wants to know who would win in a fight, Wolverine or Batman?
I don't want to answer that question. Because I've seen it happen.
Oh.
Where Batman dies.
Oh my gosh.
Batman puts up a good fight. But Wolverine has the advantage. Because he can heal. The man can survive a nuclear blast. Unfortunately, I would lose. Because Wolverine can heal. And Batman doesn't know this. Alright. Okay. Alright. Stab, stab, stab. Stab, stab, stab.
Say your prayers.
Okay. I think I'm winning. Maybe.
Yeah, thank you so much, Slow Motion. You're breathtaking. Thank you for your generosity. I appreciate that so much.
Slow motion is the hero Gotham deserves. And the one it needs. Right now.
Yeah, sorry I missed your comment. Hi, Juan.
No, you don't.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, honey, I don't know why. I'm sorry.
Heal. 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 Crap. I am Batman. I'm Batman. See, I've transformed
Too late.
this video into a Batman video. Just like that.
Oh my gosh, Luke.
I'm sweating.
Your poor little voice.
My face is red from the fires of justice and the lack of oxygen. I think I'm gonna pass out soon.
I don't know what to say because I don't know what to ask you.
I don't know. It's been 10 minutes yet.
I don't know. I forgot to start the timer.
Where's my stopwatch?
Well, I guess I can start looking now. Okay, so I'll count from now.
No. What does my phone say? For the love of God, read my phone. Can't
It says you've
breathe.
Done, it said you've done it past 10 minutes.
It's been 13 minutes. Okay. Alright. 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 Stopping voice in 3, 2, 1. Oh gosh. I think I gave myself almost a panic attack.
Silver Sonic says maybe next time do the Arnold voice because it'll be funny and not as hard.
How in the world? Oh gosh, I almost passed out. How did Bale? How did he do it?
Hey, Luke. Oh, sorry.
Breathe.
Are things going up again on the channel or no?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll check in just a little bit. Got a broad man. Whoa, whoa. Oh gosh.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Maybe this.
Just give me a sec. Give me a sec, I'll be fine. I almost passed out. Ah!
Thank you, everyone, for the super chats. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Slow Motion, and everyone. Appreciate that. I don't know if there's anyone else.
There were people that started it. Inside of it. I'm gonna die. In more ways than one.
I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't want you to.
There.
I'm gonna have to get you.
There, bro.
What is it? I can barely read that.
13.
It just looks terrible today. I don't understand why it's doing that today. It's like they're purposely messing with us. Thank you for the round of applause, the eyes.
Trying to breathe. Male voice was not the smart thing I could have done. I blacked out for a brief second, yes. I hyperventilated from I'm okay. Give me a sec. Death of Wolverine.
Well, that happened. Luke's having trouble breathing. He should be back on the stream in a second.
I'm fine. It has to do. You realize that if you don't get breast support, proper breast support, by doing crazy things, whether you're running or doing all kinds of stuff, you can literally pass out from lack of oxygen. So what we have right here is blue fingernails, and I can feel tingling sensation, hard, intense tingling sensation in my fingertips. So I think how I did it yesterday for 15 minutes is I didn't talk as much. Amber did most of the talking and I answered her. And
Yeah.
I think that's how we'll do it from now on, is doing a full 15-minute actual speaking. Yeah, I almost passed out. I actually did. I caught myself. I almost passed out just now, like 3 minutes ago. Oh my god.
Well, you were...
I don't see how I'm going to get past this level. This is going to take a lot of perseverance. Amber will have to talk, and I'm going to go up to the front of the TV, and I'm going to go hardcore into the game. What do you need to do? What do you need to... You can't talk and say hi into the chat.
I was just about to leave and go downstairs and take care of whatever's happening downstairs.
What's happening downstairs? The house on fire?
I have a huge headache. There's something really wrong downstairs.
I have a headache. That's from the stove.
No, it's not. It's from downstairs.
Oh. Okay, well, even though you don't like my phone, it has a thing built in.
You said that I have to talk, so how can I go down there? You just said that I'm gonna be talking here.
Okay, my brain is processing, and just...
I don't know what that means. My brain is processing? That's a new way of talking about stuff?
I will.
What is that supposed to mean?
I will sit here and I will talk normally.
What?
And I will play the level. So
Why would you? You just told me that I had to sit up here and talk to everyone.
I'm trying to change my mind so I can appease you. Okay, I'm doing my best to stay conscious. Right, you'll never be appeased, but I'm grasping on to consciousness.
So I'm not leaving, obviously. So I just have to sit here.
Okay.
I don't understand what I have to do. I have a wicked bad headache this whole time. Just I'll sit here and complain for 10 minutes.
That works. Okay. Wolverine has terrible combos.
I thought you said you're going to the front of the screen.
I can't stand up right now. I can't stand up. I'm
I'll
too
just
dizzy.
wait for hours on end.
No, it'll pass. It'll pass. I'm starting to breathe normally. It'll pass. It always passes. It feels like an anxiety attack, but it's not. It's hyperventilating from lack of oxygen.
Yeah, no worries. I don't have to worry about you at all then. It sounds perfectly normal.
Well, I know how to get through of it because I used to have panic attacks all the time. It's gonna just take a few minutes to just don't tick me off and I'll be fine. Because
I wasn't even going to be here. I was going to go downstairs.
Right, I'm aware of that. Alright, so I'm gonna try jump attacks this time around. I'm amazed at the difficulty for this game. Like,
I couldn't talk to you while you were doing the Dale voice because I came in the middle of it.
So you could have asked me questions or whatever.
Amber,
it doesn't matter. Let's just relax. I don't want to fight on the air. Or not fight, but I don't want to get testy with you. I'm just trying to do this really intense level.
No, the stream isn't becoming intense. Luke can't breathe.
I'm breathing
he did
slow.
the Bale voice.
I did the Bale voice too much.
Nothing wrong.
When I did it yesterday, I did it sparingly. That's why. It doesn't hurt me. It just lack of oxygen.
I don't really have a bad headache. There's nothing wrong. Everything is fine.
She just wants to check something in the basement. Jump attack, I guess, works. Maybe I just need to run away and act like a coward and just stab them. Doesn't seem like a very Wolverine way to fight, though. But we'll find a way around this.
There's nothing wrong. We just did there's nothing happening with this. We just did the Veil voice. There's absolutely nothing wrong.
Just had a minor disagreement. It's fine. Couples do.
We didn't even have a disagreement.
We just had a discussion. There's no problem. And I'm acting like a coward, just gonna jump and stab people because that's how the only way you're gonna get through this level. This does not feel like a very Wolverine way to play the game, though. Like, but I'm showing you guys this is how you do it: jump, stab, jump, stab, jump, stab. Ow! Because just like Colossus, Wolverine cannot handle the cattle prods, which is insane. Because I mean, this man literally has a healing factor. There's the red guy again. Red guy, he takes more health. So the dudes with the blue cattle prod, they take a little bit of health. The guys with the red cattle prods take a huge chunk of health. But, yep, jump stab, that's the way to go. So basically, this is a survival level, which this should have been a bonus level, but they have this as part of the main game. Also, they don't do health power-ups. You know how a lot of games today, guys and gals, use health power-ups? This game does not use those. They're literally throwing everything at you in a kitchen sink. And this dude has, like, range of, like, freaking Donatello with that cattle prod. So I just have to, you know, change my tactics accordingly, which is jump stab, jump stab, jump stab, jump stab, jump stab. And it seems to work. But, I mean, would you honestly feel like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine playing this? No. No. Ah, jump, stab, jump, stab. If I was in the Marvel Universe and I saw Wolverine doing this, I would just point and laugh at him because it looks absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't look like a cool Wolverine move at all. He jumps and he stabs.
Yeah.
He jumps and he stabs. You know what it feels like I'm playing? It feels like I'm playing one of those old Super Nintendo games where you literally have to cheese how to win the game. It just looks so stupid.
You know what it feels like when we had to fight Abathor's last boss and there was those weird things coming at us and we had to jump up in the air to stab them.
I heard from the developer they're going to improve the final boss for people because not many people made it to the final boss. So they're going to make some improvements, which I think that's actually kind of cool. I like it when developers take criticism and feedback positively, and they use that as a way to be like, you know what, we're going to go and redouble our efforts, and we can make this better. And you know what that does? That creates a better experience for all gamers, and even people that were on the fence about the game, because when they go and play it, they're not going to have the same experience as we did.
Yeah.
You know? So that's what I love about doing what we do is, like, especially indie developers. They take our feedback, they take it appropriately. They don't, you know, cancel us on Twitter and say, how dare these people say this about our game is perfect. They listen to the feedback of the game and what the players had to say, and then they adjust their game accordingly. That's how video games always were, up until, like, you know, the 2020s, where people, like, if you criticize Ubisoft or something like that with their new Star Wars game, blacklist you or something. They see criticism as harassment, whereas indie developers, what I love about indie developers is they are gamers to their core. They're not corporations. So when they are making a game, they're making a game because, yes, they want to earn a profit from it, but also they love video games, right? So when they make those indie games, it's a labor of love. And when game critics and Let's Players and streamers give them actual feedback that they can use to improve their game, they do it. It takes them a while because, you know, they're a smaller developer, but they do take to heart what you said, and that generally improves the overall experience of the game. I'm literally running around and jump stabbing people, and I just feel really, really stupid. I don't feel like a superhero.
You look stupid.
I look stupid. It doesn't even it looks like he's doing a jump skip and a stab. It doesn't even look like a Wolverine lunge move, because in the movies Wolverine would lunge at you with his claws out to look like the comic book. I'm literally just skipping in the air and coming down with my claw and doing massive damage. It looks atrocious. But it's the only way to survive this level. It's weird. Like, I do not feel like a superhero. Imagine you're playing a Batman game, right? Imagine Arkham. Imagine if Arkham did this. The only way that you could get through would literally be to hop, skip, and stab.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Thank you, Blaze Survivor. Appreciate that. Says, try lowering them onto the furnace vents because they will get burned then.
I know, but if I get stuck in the cage, then I get burned too. This is the best course of action, trust me. It looks dumb, and, you know, we can ridicule this and whatever, but it's the only way.
Miss Diana says, exactly, which is the opposite of what Ubisoft did with the new Star Wars game. At least when Square Enix was developing Octopath Traveler, they took the feedback in order to make the game better.
Yep, that's correct, Miss Diana. Yep.
I don't understand what...
I'm terrified of doing the Star Wars game.
I feel like Ubisoft has a team of people that make the game, and then they have a separate team of people dealing with criticism online that scream at fans.
Yeah, that's a consultant agency.
I feel like there's a team of people that yell at fans online, and then they have a team of people actually making the game. I don't think the people making the game are the ones screaming at the fans. I think their PR people are screaming at their fans online. I don't think that developers are allowed to talk to people online.
But we also lost a really good Ubisoft employee, the guy who was responsible for the Mario Rabbids games and the Rabbids games in general, and Rayman. He left. He's not at Ubisoft anymore. He was a really good game developer. He's gone.
Sorry.
I guess he's going to start his own indie company, or maybe he's going to... You know where he should go? He should go to Nintendo. Like, he should go to Nintendo of America, or Nintendo of France, or Nintendo of Europe. Because he is a brilliant game developer. I love that guy.
Hi, Blaze Survivor says, have you tried using the healing thing after you defeat a number of enemies in a wave?
Yep, I've tried to. It doesn't work. Who has gun? Who's shooting me?
Alright, thank you,
Who's shooting me?
if you have red, if you're on red, it's more damage. If you're on blue, it's on less damage. Okay. Alright, thank you, Blaze Survivor. Appreciate that. Good to see you again. Sorry.
We're almost there. This has to be the last wave.
Whatever.
This has to be the last wave. What else are they going to throw at me?
Oh.
What else are they going to throw at me?
Hope your day is good, Blaze.
Hi, Blaze Survivor. Been a while.
Yeah, well, I know the reason, one of the reasons why Blaze Survivor hasn't been here for a while, because at the time, years ago, they were cutting down on roleplay in the chat, and Blaze Survivor likes to talk in the third person.
I pass that
You
test
can
or
do
what?
you can do your Blaze Survivor talk if you want, Blaze Survivor.
Did we win?
How are you guys doing, says Blaze?
Hey, Blaze. All right, we made it out.
We're doing okay.
See, guys? Jump stab, jump stab, jump stab, jump stab, jump stab. In fact, I'm gonna call this time code jump stab.
Be careful what you wish for, says Dark Judge.
What is that in relation to? Jump stab?
I don't know what we wished for.
What did we wish for? Oh, hey, Dark Judge, how's it going? All right, we cleared the
Hi,
level.
Dark Judge.
Look at how bad the graphics look.
He did really well at developing Mario plus Rabbids, says Marissa.
Amber, look at how bad the graphics look. Those are supposed to be people inside tubes. Look at that. Look at how bad that looks. Look.
I don't see what you're talking about.
You know, that's a person in a tube. It's supposed to be. That look
kinda
like.
looks like an art project.
Look at how big the person is compared to Wolverine's size.
Yeah, they're huge.
They just didn't know what they were doing at all. Like, what is this?
Well, I mean, maybe those are giants.
No, those aren't supposed to be giants. Those are supposed to be people. They just, I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking with this game. Like I said, I've never played this. I had somebody gave this to me. Like, Amber can tell you when I wrote and I did journalism stuff, people used to send us a box of games that they did not cover on either the website or the game radio thing that I worked for. And we would get, it was like every 3 months, Amber and I would get a box from California that was filled with games that Steve Masters didn't want sitting in his closet at work. And so there was like GameCube games, there was DS games, and there was Wii games, and what else? Hardly any PS3 games. There were some PS3 games.
Dark Judge says, no, it was when you said, what else can they throw at me? Dark Judge says, be careful what you wish for.
No. The enemies in this game that I've seen, you have cattle prod guys, and there's two variations of cattle prod guys. You've got dudes with the blue, which are less lethal, and you've got guys with the red that take like a good chunk of your health. So.
Oh, awesome, Jacob Langlet. Fantastic.
Uh-oh.
Congrats.
Hi, Jacob. How you doing, buddy?
Really appreciate that, Jacob. I hope I'll be keeping you in my thoughts and prayers that everything will go well, Jacob. Jacob says, I started my first job at McDonald's today.
Congratulations.
And my brother starts his first job at Costco tomorrow.
Costco. Is Costco
like,
a pharmacy? Ow.
I thought Costco was either a super, like a giant store. It's not that giant store that's like Big Lots, right? Or Sam's Club. I thought it's like Sam's Club.
Maybe it is. I don't know. How am I supposed to destroy that thing? Oh, that's pretty easy. Okay. Well, now we're making our progress.
It is like Sam's Club, says Charles Denver.
Okay, cool. Yo, I don't think we have a Costco's. Do we?
I think we do have one.
We have one in Pennsylvania?
I think we have one in pretty close to us. But you have to get a membership to shop there.
Yeah. So if I do the Bale voice tomorrow, guys, I'm just gonna have Amber ask me questions, and I'll do it sparingly the way Bale did. I can't like talk fully because I don't even know why. I think it's because the Bale voice comes from, I don't know what happens when I do that. It takes up more oxygen. What does it do? Because I'm talking normal right now, and I'm talking way more than I did with the Bale voice, but I'm getting like proper oxygen. It doesn't make any sense. It's just an impression.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so sorry, Luke.
I'd have to ask the doctor why that happens.
The game at some level requires some upgrades and skills. With practice to conquer this game, says Blaze Survivor.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Says the game takes persistence, skills, and memorization, says Blaze Survivor.
Yeah, I'm just gonna find a way to cheese it though, Blaze. Blaze, I'm gonna be doing the X2 game.
Okay. No, we've heard of Costco. We just couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't like. I know what CVS is.
I think you'll have fun working at McDonald's. What are you gonna do? Where are you working at McDonald's? Are you on the front end of it, or are you gonna work in the kitchen, Jacob? I worked at McDonald's and Burger King the same week, and I had 2 different jobs. And then they were like, "You're gonna have to decide which one you're gonna work for." So I ended up working at Burger King, but
You liked Burger King more.
I liked Burger King. I just felt more comfortable at Burger King. I grew up going to Burger King, and also I just enjoyed it more.
I was looking forward to, because I had a job around where Amber was, and I was looking forward to actually going and seeing her at work and taking my lunch break there, but I lost that job. It's like, while I was doing game journalism, I wasn't just home doing that. I also had a job. I worked at the Christmas tree store, if anybody knows what Christmas tree is. And Amber's Burger King was near the Christmas tree store, so I was their maintenance guy, which basically was just custodial dude, but they called it maintenance, even though I didn't know how to fix anything. So they just labeled it as maintenance because they didn't want to put, like, store custodian on the on the resume. They were like, "Oh, you do maintenance." It's like, what?
You ate Burger King today? Oh, you like to eat Burger King too? Awesome, Jacob Langlet.
I'm gonna get a hamburger helper today with lettuce. Pretty excited.
I just like Burger King because I don't want to say it. What the reason is, because it's... I feel like... I don't know, I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to say it.
Don't say it.
No, I was just saying, I think I just like Burger King because I grew up poor, so that's what I could afford. That's why I felt more comfortable there, because I was used to... McDonald's is more expensive than Burger King. McDonald's is like Burger King's rich older brother. I just felt more comfortable at Burger King because that was what I could afford growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to eat Burger King growing up, and like I just was more comfortable there. But when I worked at McDonald's and Burger King the same week, and yeah, I mean, Burger King was more low quality, like, overall, but my manager was really nice. My manager was actually a Christian, and he was really kind, and he looked out for everyone, and when we were in a rush, he went right in there, and he helped us get the fries in the bags, and he led by example, and he was very kind, and there was some kind people at McDonald's too, but I liked Burger King. It was more laid back than McDonald's. McDonald's had really nice outfits, like, compared to Burger King for their employees, and Burger King just had this kind of like weird t-shirt that was like orange and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I guess I'm just used.
Oh wow, Amber, look at that. There's a surprising amount of levels in this. 1, 2, well, whoops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We have 19 levels left, you guys. 19.
Danielson Amber saying Burger King is for the poor. LOL. Now it's literally... I mean, Burger King does have king in the title. Yeah.
You get crowns. McDonald's doesn't give you
Somebody
crowns.
said that it's the opposite now. Charles Demmer says it's the opposite. Burger King is now the rich cousin.
Really?
The reason why I ended up working at Burger King is I just felt more comfortable there because Because I used to be able to get a Whopper Jr. meal at Burger King. A meal. A Whopper Jr., which consisted of a small hamburger that had lettuce, tomato, and onion on it, and pickle with ketchup and mustard, that came with a medium fry and a drink. Literally, when I worked at Burger King in like 2005, literally $3 in Massachusetts for a Burger King meal. And then years later, they upped the price. Now it's $5 for a Whopper Jr. meal. But I mean, that is insane. $3 for a meal at Burger King. My gosh, like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm gonna read this, Sweet Pea. Hangar. Wolverine closes in on his quarry. Storm's scent was getting stronger and stronger, but it was even easier to locate her once her terrified screams filled our ears. His ears. Okay, so we'll try Hero, see if it matters.
Stop struggling, witch.
This is between us. Let it go.
Haven't we been through this already?
Yeah. It looks like we're gonna do it again.
Okay, I'm gonna restart it because I think the cutscene didn't. I think the cutscene was kind of muted. So we're just gonna exit out and restart the cutscene.
I have a horrible feeling that they did something downstairs.
I don't think so.
Honey, I am just having a horrible headache, and I really think that's it, because I feel it in my face.
All right. Well, I got the chat.
I don't need a thing. I'll just turn the light on downstairs.
No. Hang on. I'm gonna mute again real quick.
What? I don't understand why you always have secretive things.
Stop struggling, witch.
This is between us. Let it go.
Haven't we been through this already?
Yeah. It looks like we're gonna do it again.
So, what I don't understand, this takes place after X-Men 2, X-Men United, and before The Last Stand. How in the world is Yuriko still alive? Like, Lady Deathstrike was literally killed. And what just happened? When Lady Deathstrike got killed, she got turned into adamantium. Like, Wolverine put liquefied adamantium into her body and filled her up like she was a car at a gas pump. And, like, what was sad is when he killed her, she actually regained, as she was dying, she regained her original self from the control of Stryker. You're fine. Nope. Did not. Whoa! Huh. Uh-oh. Whoa! What is happening right now? Why am I being tossed around like a rag doll? What is going on? Like...
Strength to the max. Too slow.
No! Wolverine lost to Yuriko? What in the world? Alright. Lady Deathstrike is a cyborg? Well, she's a cyborg in the comics. She wasn't a cyborg in the X-Men movies. She was just like a girl that had a healing factor that somehow survived Wolverine's adamantium infusion. Except she had her fingernails became something.
It depends what you get at Burger King. It's still $5 for a Whopper Junior meal.
It's okay, honey.
You still can't beat that price.
I will say the house smells good because of the hamburger helper.
I don't think so.
Uh.
Oh, my God. Also, I don't even know what this is on the stairs.
Right.
It's not all over the stairs. It's just on the very top.
Okay, little one.
I don't understand why you overreact.
I'm not overreacting. Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm gonna do jump slash and... why is Storm attacking me? Storm, you're supposed to be my ally. Wait, what? Stab, stab.
Give up.
My turn.
Train style.
Stab, stab. Whoa! Why am I being tossed around? Hugh Jackman does not like flying in the tornado. Even though in the first movie, Jean and Storm basically have Wolverine float up to the top of the Statue of Liberty. And the reason why they decide to do it instead of Cyclops is because Wolverine has a healing factor. So basically all the crazy stunts that... Wolverine has to go through is because of his healing factor. So, did everything fine in your room, Amber? Okay. Hallway?
Strike like a leopard.
No, I was just... Alright, so Lady Deathstrike attacks me, I attack her, and then I go stab, stab. And then she recovers, and then she gets sucked up into the tornado. And then she gets brought back into it. And then I hit her again, then I go stab, stab. Jump attack. Stab, stab. And it's a pretty particular pattern to face. And I go Berserker Rage! Berserker Barrage! Jump, stab! There we go, there we go, there we go. There we go. Storm, you're not really helping right now. You're just kind of causing problems. Stab, stab. Jump, stab. Taken through the crack. Huh? Storm? Storm's hair gets, like, long and short. Depends on... Like, also Halle Berry got her hair cut for one of the movies. Because she had another role. The X-Men movies were not all filmed at the same time. They were filmed, like, sporadically through the early 2000s. So the first X-Men movie was filmed in 1999, when Halle Berry had her hair really long. And she was doing roles that also required long hair. Then in the 2003, I think was 2003 was X-Men United. Or I believe her hair was shorter. And then her hair got longer in X-Men X-Men Last Stand. And that movie came out in 2006. And then when she came back and she cameoed in X-Men Days of the Future Past, I think her hair was longer again. But that's why women have like why the guys' haircuts stay mostly the same, is because women grow their hair long or they cut it short depending on the role that they get. And I don't think Halle wanted to wear a wig. I think she just preferred to have her hair dyed or something like that. And the Jean Grey actress also had her hair cut a couple times. So there's inconsistency with Jean's hair in the movies too. And the reason why Cyclops was killed off is because he thought he was gonna be in the Superman franchise. Ha! Because the Brandon Routh Superman movie, but it didn't take off. He was gonna be a recurring character in that, so that's why Cyclops was written out of the X-Men. Is the actor didn't want to do it anymore because he was like, I'm gonna be in these movies now, and well, that didn't work out. So he probably would have had a bigger role and probably wouldn't have gotten killed off. And Patrick Stewart didn't want to do X-Men anymore. I think that's why they killed him off. But then they dragged him back when he didn't get any other movies. And he was done with Star Trek. Because Patrick Stewart is a serious actor. And I love Patrick Stewart, but... Ow, 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 ow. And Ian McKellen, Magneto, had the Lord of the Rings franchise that was doing amazing. That he, you know... come on. Almost got her. Jump, stab, jump, stab. When slashing through the cracks. Come on, Yuriko. Stab you with my claws. Just like that. I don't know why I have the Rescue Rangers theme in my head. But I just do. Ow. Stab. Come here. Yeah, I've noticed that. Link took offense to that, Amber. Yeah! Ow! Die, Yuriko! Wow, this boss fight is actually pretty easy when I play it this way. Does it take longer? Yes. Berserker Barrage! Ah! Stab, stab, stab. Rawr, 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 rawr. My God. Ah.
Snake strike.
Oh wow, that was bad acting. Whoa! Whoa! They don't make them like they used to, gang. Whoa! Bring it on, Yuriko. Bye-byes. A storm is coming. Alright, Bob. Time for you to go, Yuriko. Ow. No combo for you. I'm not doing a combo. I'm just literally jump stabbing. I'm gonna cheese this game from now on. Bam! Ow, ow, ow. Come on. Okay, so if she's not stunned, you can't hurt her. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, wow, look at how much she takes away from me. Yeah! That's how we do that. Woo! Ah, see? See? Even old games, you can cheese them.
Storm, you alright?
It's not me you should worry about. It's her.
I gotcha.
I told you, I'm not claustrophobic.
Where does it lead? We don't know. There could be valuable equipment down there. Let's check it out. We must be directly under the lake. What is it? The master mold. It's online. Get out of here. Now!
I'm sorry, Storm. I am not letting you get away again.
Just come back in one piece. Did you get the Cerebro parts? Then let's get back to the school.
We were attacked.
By robots. Giant robots.
What did they look like?
Well, like that.
What did they look like? Oops.
I hold so many unpleasant memories.
Something is going on there, Professor. There were soldiers, robots.
General Stryker had so many different agendas. It's impossible to know everything he was up to there.
But what about Jason? He came to me in a vision.
Residual effect from the mind control. It will go away in time.
Jason's spirit is haunting us. He thinks we left him to die.
No one was left to die at Alkali Lake. In any case, I made a commitment that I'd help Henry find Magneto. I know what he's after. Ready the jet.
And the Sentinels?
We'll let the government take care of its own business for now.
Sorry guys, we had an error with the streaming software. It cut out some of that cutscene. Sorry about that. What I never understood, what I actually wanted is, I feel that Hugh Jackman and Halle Berry have great chemistry. And it looked like Halle's character Storm had a thing for Logan. But Logan was so caught up with the whole Jean Grey love triangle that he didn't pay attention. That was potentially right in front of him. And then I know in the X-Men Days in the Future Past, I think they share a kiss or something like that, but I don't remember. I was always really wanted to see Storm and Wolverine, especially after the events of X-Men 3. Where they're basically the people who are the caretakers of Xavier's Institute. And we never got that Wolverine and Storm movie. I think that would have been fantastic.
Tell you what, Luke, if you eat this stupid... If you eat all this hamburger helper, we can have pizza afterwards.
I'm going to eat the hamburger helper. I don't think it's stupid.
I just don't want to keep buying every meal.
I know that, sweetie, that needs to be, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you make it seem like I wouldn't survive a day without you or something.
You would survive.
Thank God you told me what direction to hold a can.
Would you like this open now?
Am I on the air?
Yeah, I'm on the air. You would like this now, right?
I don't...
See? Perfect. What? Fine.
You're like that guy at the store who said, see? I could have just scanned that for you.
What guy?
That guy who I was struggling with a huge thing of cat litter trying to get on the belt. He's like, oh, see? I could have just scanned that for you. After I lifted the whole thing of cat litter and turned it so he could scan it easier. He goes, see, that was so easy. It's like, right, because I did all the hard part. It was easy for you. You're welcome.
Well, we can continue playing as Wolverine, or we can try a different character. And then the other playable character is Iceman. Iceman gets his first solo mission. Professor Xavier realizes his skills are best suited for the task at hand, but his anxiety grows as Iceman nears the power plant to face a former classmate. What former classmate? So this takes place after X-Men United. So probably runs into a Pyro. Pyro was like his best friend. I think we're gonna do the Wolverine mission. I want to keep doing Wolverine because Nightcrawler wants her.
I didn't get to run the super chain for Jacob.
Super chain?
Alright, there's your super chain, Jacob.
You know what? No, I want to go Nightcrawler. I want to do something different.
Thank you, Jacob, and I will be praying that your job at McDonald's goes better than mine, because I ended up quitting after a week. But of course that was because I was working at Burger King and McDonald's at the same time, and they told me I had to choose one, so that could be a factor.
Choose a side, Amber.
I did. I chose
McDonald's or Burger King?
I chose Burger King. Even though I don't know. I don't want to say it because I don't want to offend anyone because we have a lot of Burger King people in the chat.
That's fine. I like Burger King and McDonald's, but Arby's is superior to both. Arby's, we've got the meat.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We're doing the Nightcrawler level.
Look at this. I got stuff all over my shirt.
I'm so sorry, honey.
It's fine.
Showing Nightcrawler and Storm.
Hey, buddy, move it. You can't be here. You're the guy who robbed all those banks.
What's going on?
A fugitive named Multipleman stole a mess of explosives and is planting them all over the bridge.
Keep your men back. We'll take care of this. I'll keep him busy, but I need you to get to those bombs.
Why do I always get the easy jobs?
Alright, Nightcrawler time. Yeah, but I was just like, because I just watched some of the older X-Men movies again, and I noticed the way that Storm's character kept looking at Wolverine, but he was so caught up with Jean that he never paid attention to Storm. Even after Jean was gone, like Storm, you know, very subtly let him know. She never said, actually, I like you, but you could just read the room, and Wolverine was just
So you think
blind.
they wrote that into the story where they were going to do a romance thing?
I don't know. I really don't know. I really... One of the things that I wish Hugh Jackman did back in the day, and they did with X-Men in general, is, like, after... I know X-Men The Last Stand bombed, but I would have liked... That's why they did all the Wolverine solo movies after. Is because X-Men The Last Stand bombed. And, you know, Hugh Jackman got his first solo movie, which was X-Men Origins Wolverine in 2009. So 3 years later, he got that. Uh-oh. Nightcrawler, no! Kurt, no! Kurt died. You're fine. I got my butt kicked.
I'm just goes to one.
Do I have to fight those guys?
So I probably we're not recording or anything.
No, we're not recording.
Can you help wake me up early so I can start cleaning out my car in the morning?
Yeah.
Because I gotta clean out all the mail and the cardboard that I have in the back.
What exactly do they want me to do here? Is there a timer?
Oh, interesting. Silver Search says the Storm romance was cut from the film. They made a joke about it in the blooper of Barry kissing Hugh and getting excited. Kissing Hugh? Who's Hugh?
Halle Berry kissed Hugh in
Who's Hugh?
Hugh Jackman.
Oh, Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
So they actually kissed or whatever?
That didn't end up in the movie, but I believe they were gonna, in Days of the Future Past, they were gonna hint that they were in a relationship, but they didn't, or they cut it out. Which, I mean, Days of the Future Past is my favorite X-Men movie. I think it's an amazing movie. It's got the old cast, it's got the new cast. It's really good.
I don't like it when married actors kiss people on the movies. It really bothers me a lot. I hate that. I lose respect for them. I'm not trying to be offensive, but I just don't like it. I lose respect for any actor that kisses somebody when they're married to somebody else. I just hate that.
Whoops.
I'm really glad for, like, that's why I had a lot of respect for, what's his name?
Thor?
Who played Thor, because he actually kissed his own wife in a wig that looked like the other girl, but he waited for her to be on set and he kissed her instead. I would never be able to. That would bother me so much, because it's just like, I'm not trying to be this person, but I just, you know, it's just something that husbands and wives should share together. It's just like so messed up to literally kiss somebody you don't even like just for a role. It's just terrible. I don't like that.
Oh, that's what I was supposed to do.
They used to, like, I used to want, like, the 60s, Star Trek. Even in the 60s Star Trek with, William Shatner, when he would kiss different, like, alien princesses, they would have their lips, like, get within, like, 4 inches of each other, and then they would cut to black. He hardly kissed anyone. I think he may have kissed Uhura on the set, but a lot of the women, like, they just cut it cut off. And that they do the same thing in Korean dramedies a lot. They'll cut it. They won't actually show it.
Just try to get all the bombs in time.
Are they gonna time the bombs? Defuse the bombs. Please tell me it's not timed, because I don't know where these bombs are gonna be. Oh my gosh, they have the bombs. What do the bombs look like on my thing? Oh no. Is that a bomb? Oh, that's Storm. Sorry, Storm. Defuse the bombs in time.
I agree, though. Things like Storm and Logan romance is pretty cute.
I've always liked the Storm and Logan romance thing.
Then they had the Elseworld story and what they were together in that one animated series episode of the
They were married, yep.
Xmen animated series. That was pretty cute.
Yep.
I just don't know how Storm could go for a guy like Logan, though. They're like completely opposite. Storm is very sophisticated. Logan is like not.
Logan is not very sophisticated. I don't know.
I just don't know. I guess they just like opposites attract, I guess.
I guess so. How do I find this bomb? Probably gonna have to do this again.
Storm looks like a princess with all her flowy like robes and everything. Logan has hair all over him. It's just they look completely opposite. But I guess it works out. I mean, I don't know. They're opposites attract, I guess.
Where's the bomb? Where's the bomb? What does it look like?
I mean, they both have the same, you know, ideals and stuff. They both care about their team.
Right. Well, I mean, the reason why those two also were getting so close is because they were the only people left in the Institute. Oops.
The bridge is collapsing.
Kurt, no! Kal-El, no! Ah! Did I ever see Logan, the R-rated movie? Yes, I did. It was too violent for me. It was very violent. Too much. New objective: defeat multiple man clones. All right, you gotta do this again. Ah! Get away from me! Call Storm for assistance. I will eventually when there's more of these guys.
I don't know. I don't like his coat. It's so weird.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what's happening with the coat. Why don't they? I thought he doesn't need to wear anything because he has fur all over him.
No, you're thinking Beast.
So he wears clothes?
Yes, Nightcrawler wears clothes. My gosh.
I thought he didn't wear clothes. I thought he was fur all over him.
You're gonna turn Nightcrawler into a streaker? What?
No, he is blue. He doesn't need to wear clothes if he's all blue.
He's a man that's blue. He needs to wear clothes.
What about Mystique? She doesn't wear any clothes.
That's because they changed how Mystique is.
Oh, that was just for that one movie.
That was just for that one movie. She's a woman, so she has woman parts. She needs to wear clothes.
Yeah, why did they just have her running around without any clothes?
Kurt is just blue with elf ears and demon toes and a tail. He's a man.
So he's an actual human.
Yes,
like,
he's an actual human man, so he needs to wear clothes.
So he looks like
Beast could get away with stuff, but Beast wears pants, thank God.
Oh my god.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Yep, you open Pandora's box now, Amber. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No.
I thought he was like Beast, where he could just like.
No.
He just has
Nope.
like fur all over.
Nope.
Him. My cats don't wear any clothes.
Those are cats. He's a human man. Nightcrawler's a human man that's blue with elf features, but he is a man. So we need Nightcrawler to wear pants. Okay? I'm disabling the bomb, but I cannot disable the images.
I'm sorry.
That's another one.
I'm sorry.
Are you?
I'm sorry.
I found one bomb. Where's the next one?
I'm sorry.
Where's the next bomb?
That's not his normal outfit, though. This huge.
No, this is not his normal outfit. Where's the next bomb? How do they expect you to find the bombs in 20 seconds?
Alright, I'm gonna look up Nightcrawler.
Please don't.
I'm gonna look up. No, I'm looking him up to see what outfit he usually wears.
Black and white.
not.
He wears a black outfit with a red vest type thing. And he tends to wear colors that blend in.
Why is he wearing this weird coat?
Because that's what they did in the movie. This is his movie
It
costume.
was dumb.
Yeah, I didn't like his movie costume. I agree. It doesn't look like his traditional costume.
The bridge is collapsing. Kurt, no!
Yeah, Nightcrawler's a little fuzzy, but he's not super fuzzy. Nightcrawler, no!
Oh, look at this.
Right, that's Nightcrawler's outfit.
Just too many of us for you to
So he's
handle.
supposed to be wearing like a red and black like spandex suit.
Kind of.
It's not really spandex.
Right. That is a circus performer uniform.
Oh, look at this. He looks cool like that.
None of the X-Men...
Why couldn't he wear this in the movie?
Because none of the X-Men, because it was the 2000s, if you're going to make a superhero movie, you're not allowed to wear the superhero costumes.
Why not? They look awesome.
They didn't want to wear the superhero costumes, so none of the X-Men wear their traditional costumes.
It looks cool. Oh, here we go. This is what it's gonna look like in that.
Right. None of the X-Men wear their traditional costumes.
So he's supposed to be wearing a red, like, shirt slash bodysuit with black pants and white gloves and white feet. White. Wait a second. His toes are like claws. He has two claws.
I know that.
So he doesn't even wear shoes
Try to get all the bombs in time.
in his traditional outfit.
How in the world are we supposed
He's
to
wearing
see
shoes.
those
It just looks like his outfit is too bulky.
Looks like his outfit is too bulky?
Honestly, he looks like a mall rat in this.
Wow. Does this just pick on
He
Nightcrawler?
looks like...
You realize Nightcrawler is my favorite
You know what
X-Men,
he looks
right?
like? He looks like from the early 2000s or late 90s mall rat with like emo clothes.
Wow.
You listen to Evanescence and wears emo outfit.
Oh my gosh. Nightcrawler is one of my favorite characters, and now you're saying he listens... I love Evanescence, but... Where is the next bomb?
I just found out that Evanescence actually never stopped making music. They still make it.
Yeah, they still make music.
It's
They
just
don't
that
have-
everybody
they're
forgot
one-
about them.
They're a one-hit wonder, but
Just
they're still
like-
around.
I was like, this hits hard because
is
I
the
know
bomb?
I know somebody else who's been doing their job for 15 years and nobody knows who we are. Sadness.
I mean, YouTubers never get the type of notoriety that someone with a one-hit wonder gets. No one forgets a one-hit wonder. They're just...
Well, I was
One hit.
looking at comments on Evanescence's like YouTube channel, and people were like, "How did these people not blow up the
You
charts?
can't get
And
them
why
all.
were they
Time
not
is
like
too
one of the
fast.
most like well-known bands of all time? They never stopped making music, and they never became as famous as all these other people."
Okay, I found... Basically, the best way to do this is we're gonna have to die multiple times to disarm these bombs, because they're hard to find. Brooklyn Bridge. Stop the bombs.
Oh, it is called BAMF
Yeah, it's BAMF.
when he moves
Bamf,
from
Bamf.
one place to the other.
Right, it's called BAMF. BAMFing. BAMF.
So Nightcrawler has like glowing yellow eyes.
Yes,
Wow.
because Mystique is his mother.
Does he hate Mystique?
He forgives her because he's a Christian. But his mother abandoned him. I don't
What
like...
does he do when he sees her? Does he, like, yell at her or something?
No.
Really? He doesn't, like, scream at her and be like, you abandoned me, I hate you, get on my face.
Nightcrawler, when he met his mom, he quoted scripture to her. And
Really?
said that, you know, God forgives you for what you did to me. Yeah, he quoted scripture.
He didn't scream at her and get really angry?
Yep, as a kid, Nightcrawler was one of my favorite superheroes because he was a Christian like me. So, like,
How could you forgive somebody for abandoning you?
just did.
That's impossible.
Yep, and his father was a, I don't know what his father was. I think his father was a wealthy man in some country in Romania or something like that, or Germany. I don't remember. But they've since retconned, Nightcrawler's birth.
So Nightcrawler has, his whole origin has to do with forgiving people for being cruel.
It did. I don't know how much of
Yeah.
Nightcrawler's
If
religion
his-
plays a part of him
If
anymore.
his dad was wealthy, why didn't his dad take care of him? Oh,
They
wait.
retconned his dad.
Oh, wait, because he looked like a demon, so then they abandoned him.
They ruined Nightcrawler's origin. His birth is ruined. They
I
did
don't understand why they would do that.
because they like to interject nonsense and stuff. So Mystique is his father and his mother. Just don't ask.
How would that even...
It's not possible, but they made it possible.
What?
Just don't ask.
Check that one off.
So, he's a clone?
I mean, technically he would be a clone because you need both a man and a woman in order to...
The only way you could make a child from somebody without that...
Test tube, baby.
Yeah, but you would need somebody's DNA from both sides. If not, if you just have one person's DNA, then what you're making is a clone.
That's
And how
another
could he
one.
be a clone of Mystique? If she's a girl, then he would be a girl. That doesn't make any sense.
So this whole level is just disarming bombs? And they only give you a minute each time, or what? More bombs planted. Stop planting more bombs. So we have to find where basically, this level is all about trial and error. Fail, try again. Fail, try again. Storm blasts people, and then Nightcrawler disables bombs. And then basically you have to take a mental picture of where everything is, and they only give you have to disable 2 bombs in 1 minute. And then they give you more bombs to disarm. Plus, you have to fight a bunch of enemies at the same time. Like, that's... I mean, they don't do this anymore in games. Like, you imagine today if, like, a level design like this existed, you'd have people freaking out on social media. They'd be like, this is impossible. I only have 30 seconds to disable 2 bombs, plus I have to fight all these guys?
That's what I would be saying.
Now there's going to be a cutscene, and they're going to tell us there's more bombs to disable.
Still don't like his trench coat.
I don't like his trench coat either,
He's set
but
more
they did
explosive.
that for a reason. I
At
already
least
told you
it's
that.
red.
Yeah, at least it's kind of red. It's like red and black. Alright, here we go. We got more of these fools. Storm! Storm, I need you to blow these fools up.
She's like, let me give you my static electricity taser.
No, I mean, she just wiped out all those people.
Oh.
Storm's pretty OP in this.
So, in the original origin of Nightcrawler, does Mystique ever feel bad? Or does she just not
does
care?
Mystique ever feel bad that she abandoned her son in the original incarnation of X-Men? Yes.
Wow.
It haunts her.
Good. I hope so. I hope she cries herself to sleep at night.
Well, she actually works with her son at one point. In the 2000s, Mystique actually became a member of the X-Men.
Oh, wow.
She repented of, like, you know, her... After her son completely forgave her, she became a core member of the X-Men until they killed her off.
Wow.
Yeah, but then they brought her
Huge
back
area.
and they
You
retconned
have to
everything.
defuse the
But
bombs
why
in
would
time.
Mystique abandon her son if she's blue too?
Because
That doesn't make
Mystique was a shapeshifter. Mystique could change her appearance. The whole reason of Nightcrawler's original origin, the better one, the one where he had a mother and a father, and it dealt with persecution, Nightcrawler couldn't change his appearance because he was not a shapeshifter. That wasn't his mutant power. His mutant power was something else.
Oh, so they were
Check
trying
that
to
one
make a
off.
thing about how you shouldn't be prejudiced against people for looking different because people can't change who they are.
Nightcrawler's original father was a demon
Oh my gosh.
who pretended to be a human and was with Mystique, who was pretending to be a human female that was this beautiful aristocrat. They had a child, and neither one of them could hide the fact that their son was different. So, Mystique, because she didn't want to lose everything that she fought so hard to get, as well as she didn't want her baby to be killed, she did the Moses thing. She put the baby in a basket in the water, and somebody found the baby. She didn't want to give up her son. She didn't have a choice. She and the baby would be killed anyway. Like, you know, she did what she thought she could, and also people panic when the you know, their body's against the wall, so to speak. She didn't see any other option than to abandon her child.
I mean, moms still do that. They leave their babies at the you can still do that if you're a young mother and you don't know what to do. You can leave your child at the fire department.
Yep. So
Like, they still do that today. Like, you can leave your baby in a basket at the fire department. I mean, you can't get it later.
you can't get it later.
I mean, him or her, but you can, if you're a young
14.
mother. If you're a young mother and you can't take care of your baby, you can leave it there.
Why do they all have guns now? Nightcrawler is not bulletproof. What? Yeah, if somebody was just... I had a machine gun and somebody was just, like, doing cartwheels and stuff, I'd probably shoot them, too. It'd be like, what are you doing, guy? What's this? What's this kung fu action? I have a rifle.
Just try to get all the bombs in time.
But yeah, notice how all the enemies and all the X-Men, they don't have costumes.
What did Mystique... What did you mean she built up? You mean her wealth?
Yeah,
Her status as a socialite?
She pretended to be like somebody she wasn't. She married who she thought was a rich man, and she fell in love with him, and she thought everything was going to be great.
But he wasn't a man, he was
a demon. Yep.
But did she still stay married to him afterwards?
No, once he found out his, you know, he had to... I don't remember what happened to him. There's a couple different stories. There's one story where... I like the original one, where Mystique could actually show she's human and she's not selfish. Like, it's kind of like a situation of the Romanovs. The people, the town rebel against them and realize, you know, word spreads that they had a demon child.
Yeah.
And, they have to flee for their lives. Mystique doesn't know what happens to her husband, and she takes the baby, and she can't take the baby with her, because how is she gonna, you know, how's she gonna survive? So she has no choice but to, you know, have the baby fend for itself by putting it in a basket, and she turns herself into a member of the mob and escapes. I always prefer that version of the origin, but they've changed the origin several times.
Wouldn't she worry that...
Of course she worries about her son. She doesn't know what happened to him.
Wouldn't she worry her baby would get eaten by wolves or something?
She has no idea what happens to her baby. Like, that's why when she sees Nightcrawler for the first time, this is going back in the 70s and 80s, when she sees him for the first time and he forgives her, like, they literally have Mystique break down and cry.
Really?
Yeah, she feels immense guilt.
Oh my god.
But there are other versions where they make Mystique a jerk and she explains selfish reasons why she had to give him up. You know, he couldn't change. He wasn't a, you know, he wasn't a person who could morph his appearance like her. She couldn't have the baby. So they, I believe in the 90s, the mid-90s, they changed it to be a more selfish thing. But in the 80s, Nightcrawler's confrontation with Mystique was more of a, you know, kind of like a forgiveness type thing.
I wish they would have had a storyline where, I mean, I don't know if this happened, but it would be nice if Nightcrawler and her could be, you know, friends, like mom,
they were on the same
and
team.
Son. And then maybe he could show her that it's okay to be blue. Like,
They were,
have to
Amber, I just
change.
told you, they were on the same team.
But did she get used to just being herself without having to morph to be good enough for everyone?
When she lived with her son at the X Mansion, yes, but they killed her off for character because they were like, well, Mystique's a good guy now. We can't have her be a good guy, so we're gonna have to kill her.
She's even cooler as a good guy then.
Mystique's death, like, really impacted Kurt. And also, you have to remember, they weren't on a team very long either because Marvel killed off Nightcrawler because you couldn't have an open Christian in comics. So, like, they killed off Nightcrawler quite a while ago. Then they brought Nightcrawler back, like, I think it was like 6 years ago, something like that.
But that's his entire origin, and they should just delete the character. You can't take an existing character and then change everything about them. You might as well
I was
delete
devastated when they killed off Nightcrawler because, I mean, yeah, he had a heroic ending, but it was hard. It was like, I still have that comic where he died. That was hard.
His original outfit with the red and white and black looks really cool.
And then when he came back, he was kind of a jerk for a while. And he wasn't being like super religious anymore. But he was still, they still made him Catholic. He still wore like the Catholic collar and stuff like that with his uniform. But he was kind of, I mean, he did come back from the dead, but still. Because, you know, comic book characters always find a way of coming back from the dead. Death is only the beginning in comics.
I mean, I feel like every time you get a new writer for a comic book character, it's a different character anyway.
Well, yeah, because writers always change characters.
Yeah. Well, the trench coat is weird, but that's just what they did back then. What year did the movie come out when we wore this trench coat?
X-Men 2, X-Men United. Released in 2003, I believe. I think. People can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe X-Men 2, X-Men United, by Bryan Singer was 2003. X-Men 3, X-Men United, or X-Men The Last Stand, which hardly has any X-Men in the movie, because Professor X is dead, Cyclops is dead. The only members of the X-Men you had in The Last Stand is you brought in Beast and Colossus as main members, and they were kids in school. So they made Colossus, who had a cameo in the second movie, and Shadowcat, who had a cameo in the first movie, and they brought back a different actress to play Shadowcat. I forgot her name, but I mean that's a whole complicated thing to talk about anyway. But they replaced Shadowcat, and they made Shadowcat, Rogue, and Colossus and Iceman members of the team, and Cyclops, Jean, and Professor X were dead. So the only main original characters that you had from the first movie was Wolverine and Storm. And then the other X-Men members were dead. So you had like two main X-Men members.
Why did they kill so many of them all?
Well, they killed off Cyclops because Cyclops was going to be in the Superman movies. And they killed off Professor X because Patrick Stewart said he didn't want to do the X-Men anymore.
So that...
And it was the final movie anyway, they thought. It was the end of a trilogy. They didn't know that they would have to keep making X-Men movies. Fox had no idea. Fox was like, oh, it's the end of the trilogy, so we're done.
They had to keep making them because they needed to make money?
And the Jean actress, actually, she was signed on for... She has a huge role in the third movie, but they have her come back with a split personality. They ruined the Phoenix.
I feel like Jean Grey in the live action did not look like Jean Grey from the animated thing.
I died again.
I don't think she looked similar.
No, she didn't.
Very different.
And they didn't do the Shi'ar Empire thing either. When Jean came back, they didn't even do... They explained the Phoenix as an alternate personality for Jean Grey, that Jean Grey is this super Omega mutant that has, like, this personality of the Phoenix, like, buried deep inside of her. But the Phoenix is supposed to be the space entity that, like, you know, it's kind of like a god in space, and it's worshipped by the Shi'ar Empire. So they basically did a whole cop-out where they cut out the Shi'ar Empire completely, which they would have been able to show the aliens. They just wouldn't been able to show the spaceships. So they had the Phoenix be this person that... It's another part of Jean Grey's personality that her real power comes from. And they did it twice. They did it in the X-Men United and X-Men Last Stand. And then they did it again in the X-Men reboot with the other Jean Grey actress. They kind of hinted that she was alien.
More than one Jean Grey actor?
There's more than one Jean Grey, yeah.
I don't know which one I knew.
Probably the original.
Although, I do think Halle Berry just owned the role of Storm. Like, she looked just like a comic book character.
I loved Halle Berry as Storm. She and the best casting for the X-Men, in my personal opinion, is Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, even though he's tall. The guy who played Nightcrawler, Alan somebody, and Halle Berry as Storm. I did not like the Cyclops actor because he was such a jerk. He wasn't like the Cyclops that I grew up with in the animated series.
I thought Cyclops was supposed to be a nice person.
No, Cyclops is...
Yeah, I guess I liked the animated series.
Well, of course, the animated series is based after the comics, though, but I did not like Cyclops in the movies because he and Logan were always... Like, there was banter back and forth in the original cartoon, you know? There was,
Yeah.
but it wasn't the whole part of the show where Cyclops and Wolverine were always fighting. So Bryan Singer made Wolverine and Cyclops always fighting over Jean Grey to the point where it's just kind of like we never really got to see more. You know what people still think about the X-Men Fox movies? The only aspect of Cyclops' character is the fact that he was Jean Grey's boyfriend. And that's all. I'm serious. When she died, he didn't even do his responsibilities as a leader. And according to Logan and Storm, like, Jean Grey's death happened like a year or two later. Like, it was already years later, and he's still pining over her and not doing his responsibilities as leader. So Storm and Wolverine have to, like, share the load of being a leader. Where Cyclops is just moping around, and he's in the movie for like 5 minutes. He gets killed off screen. And then he goes and he does the Superman movies. Because the actor didn't want to play the role anymore. That's the reason.
I think they should have gotten somebody else to play Jean Grey. I just didn't...
The Jean actress was great. She was fun. I liked Jean.
Which one am I thinking of? I'm thinking about the one with the Phoenix thing.
Yeah, the original Jean Grey was a great... she was a good actress for Jean.
Oh, okay.
It's just, you know, I didn't like... When she did the split personality of the Phoenix, it looked stupid. Like, the actress was trying too hard to play, like, a split personality, and she'd do this thing with her face that looked really weird. It was kind of dumb. I have no idea where the bomb is. Oh, I found it.
So, we're gonna play a few episodes as Nightcrawler, and then what?
We'll be playing as Iceman tomorrow.
Oh, we switched to a different person.
We'll be playing as Iceman tomorrow.
I don't think they had Iceman in any of the X-Men movies.
Iceman was in the... I just told you. He's in 2 X-Men movies. 3, technically. Iceman's in 3 X-Men movies.
I don't know if I would have the patience to go and watch all the X-Men movies.
Like, the first 2 X-Men movies are fine. It's just X-Men The Last Stand and X-Men Origins Wolverine that are bad. Like, X-Men United is my favorite one. Even though, you know, Jean dies in it. It's my favorite one because Nightcrawler is such an interesting character. And the way that they handled the character was so well done. It was very cool. Also, I liked the kids. The X-kids. Like, I didn't like that they made Colossus a kid. That always bothered me. But I liked how they did Colossus. How he looked out for all the other students when the Weapon X people invade and start killing and capturing, like, Xavier's kids. Like, the Institute kids. Colossus and helps the students escape. And, like, he watches over everybody like they're his, you know, little sister and brothers. I love that. I thought that was very endearing and sweet.
I think the X-Men is an interesting, like, comic thing in general, because it's like you have to deal with, like, people trying to hunt people down and kill them and everything. But then you get to wear super suits and have cool superpowers at the same time. So it was a very cool, unique idea.
Mm-hmm. I think I found how to find the bombs now. We want to go to see where the white thing is on our radar. Bamf. Bamf, bamf, bamf. Okay, so we have not very long to do this, and Storm is not going to help us because I already used Storm's power. So it's up to Nightcrawler to dodge bullets and disable the bombs. Hope for the best.
I like the message of X-Men that it's like people hated the X-Men for them just being themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a great message that...
No!
Well, forget it.
There's too many bombs.
I just thought it was nice that they were showing them, no, you shouldn't. Just because other people hate you for no reason, that you shouldn't hate yourself because you're really unique and special. You were made that way for a reason. Because you're awesome.
So if you use Storm's lightning when you're not on the ground, even if you use it, it doesn't count. So these guys survived because Nightcrawler was not in a position on the ground. That's bad game design right there. Like, whenever you call Storm, it should work. Also, I can't disable the bomb when all these idiots are around.
I wonder how many X-Men there are that are blue.
There's a couple. More bombs planted. Where? Stop that. Where? Now I gotta go all the way back to where I just was. Bamf.
Wait,
Bamf.
Does Nightcrawler have shoes or no?
No.
Oh, he has his bare feet.
Okay. Nightcrawler, disable the bomb. Nightcrawler, disable the bomb. Okay, here we go. Bamf. Bamf. Bamf.
It must be hard with the gameplay to disappear in real.
No, it's actually fun. Traversing with Nightcrawler's like... We still haven't really gotten a proper game with Nightcrawler's abilities. This game is pretty close. Like, this is... Nightcrawler's fun. The problem is, you don't have a lot of time to disable the bombs. Like, the Bamf ability is fun. Like, this is a good utilization of Nightcrawler's abilities. The problem is the game is just kind of stiff a little bit. But it's not bad for a game from almost 19 years ago. Like, I applaud them. I think they did a great job.
So this game is like a...
I think the Wolverine section is a little wonky, but the Nightcrawler stuff is fun.
This game is supposed to be an entire X-Men. Well, it's not just a Wolverine game.
No!
It's Wolverine and Friends.
Wolverine and Friends.
Wolverine and his amazing friends.
Yes! 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 We completed the bombing mission. Let's go! Woo! Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, I mean, no. Because, I mean, Scott is still moping over Jean in this.
Yes!
So he's not a playable character. Which is stupid.
Even the movie's got how Storm's power works right, says Shadow Trooper.
Sorry guys, muted the wrong thing. I have to mute the dun da 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 dun dun da 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 because it is the X-Men Fox theme. Brawling. Bum ba da ba da 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 bum bum ba da ba da da. It's a catchy theme though, but it's not the da 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 da. That's the X-Men theme. Da 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 da.
Thank you so much, Justo, for the gifted membership. You're amazing, Justo. Thank you so much for the help.
Yeah, and thank you so much to our amazing super chat. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, and thank you, Slow Motion, for the top donation today. Appreciate that.
All right.
Did I play top donator?
Yes, you did. You did.
Thank you, Slow Motion, for the $100 super chat and the other ones. Thank you, Justo, for the gifted memberships today. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats today, everyone.
I don't know what relocation stuff is. I guess we'll do that.
Nightcrawler looks pretty cool
there.
there.
Yep, we're mostly doing Nightcrawler. Iceman will be tomorrow.
To be completely honest, if I was all blue and had a tail, it would be very difficult. I would have very bad depression because everyone would hate me. It would be. I mean, it's really... It must be... I mean, it's an interesting comic book character, but if someone really had to go through that, I think it would be hard.
I hope Insomniac makes an X-Men game. I want them to have Nightcrawler as a playable character because Nightcrawler is such a fun character to play as.
The whole point of the X-Men is to show that when you're different, then, then people should be kind to everyone.
Nightcrawler has cornered Multipleman at top a construction site on the Brooklyn Bridge. Their final showdown will determine if this historical landmark stands or falls into the river below. So they don't even explain to you why Multipleman is doing this, though. He's just kind of doing it. Alright, so we're going to play on hero mode.
Stop this. Before I really have to hurt you.
The only thing you're hurting is our feelings.
Wow, he almost assassinated Storm.
Who is that guy?
Multipleman.
Why was he trying to hurt Storm?
Because he's part of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
But what did Storm do to him?
Stopped him from blowing up the bridge.
But she's a mutant just like him.
Right, so the Evil Mutants versus X-Men, that's the whole thing. The X-Men don't normally just fight against the government, they fight against renegade mutants that are trying to overthrow the world. So Multipleman was a member of X-Force, so I don't remember him being a part of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, but maybe he was, I don't know. I remember when I was a kid, Multipleman was part of the X-Men. He was on the team with Polaris, Havoc, Archangel, Bishop, Forge. Trying to remember who else.
And Archangel.
Oh, Sunspot.
Ar
think it was
Archangel takes that medicine that's supposed to keep him from being a mutant.
Let's go.
No,
And then it backfires terrible.
No.
That's somebody else.
Nope, that's not what happened to him. Warren Worthington III was a member of the X-Men originally. He left the X-Men after they quote-unquote graduated. So the original X-Men were Beast, Marvel Girl, which is Jean, Cyclops, Iceman, Bobby Drake, and Hank McCoy, which is, of course, Beast. So what happened was, the X-Men were captured, and they were on an island, and the Xavier was frantically trying to rescue his students.
Yeah.
So he brought in a new team of mutants that he contacted with Cerebro, and those new mutants were Wolverine from Canada, which was the first, with his mutant healing factor, Storm from Africa, Colossus from Russia, Nightcrawler from Germany, Warpath, the guy from Arizona, I think, or like some type of Indian reservation.
Okay.
And
it could be Arizona.
I think Sunspot.
I'm pretty sure there are Native American reservations in Arizona.
I don't know.
There's actually several. I know there's someone in Minnesota. I know there's one in Minnesota, and I'm pretty sure there are some in Arizona. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting.
That's what happened.
So what happened to Archangel? Why did he become crazy?
I'm getting to that.
Weird?
So after he left the X-Men and he went on to, because Warren Worthington III was basically like Bruce Wayne, super rich, ladies' man, all that other stuff. So when he left the X-Men, everything was going great for him. He fell in love, he found a woman he was going to marry, all this other stuff, but he was hiding his mutant stuff. His big broad shoulders was not because he lifted weights. He used to tie his angel wings under his clothes.
Oh my gosh!
Right, but he fell in love.
But how would he be able to hide that eventually?
I'm getting to that. So
oh no!
There is an X-Men story where this guy on Muir Island creates a cure.
Oh my god.
And the X-Men cartoon basically follows the original comic. Except, it's a little darker. Like, Warren Worthington, the reason why he's so concerned about stuff is his girlfriend is with child. Yeah. And she doesn't know he's a mutant, as well as, she actually does know, because, they did the tango. So he doesn't know that she knows. But she knows.
How
but
would
he's
she
worried.
Not
he
see
lives.
His wings tied behind him.
I'm getting to that. He lives in a very secluded part of, like, I think Sweden or the Alps or something like that. And he's with this girl, and she's with her child, and he wants to be normal. And he catches wind of stuff that this guy in Muir Island is creating this cure that will, take away the mutant gene. And he wants to be normal because he's this big wealthy guy. He's going to have a son, blah, 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 blah. So basically what happens is Apocalypse turns out to be the doctor making the bad medicine, and it doesn't take away the mutant gene, it amplifies it, as well as it turns whoever takes the gene, takes the medicine, into his slave.
Oh my gosh.
You lose your free will, you lose all your other stuff.
Does he ever get his free will back?
Yes, thanks to Rogue.
Oh.
So what they did is they did an adaptation of it for the X-Men cartoon show in the 90s, and they got rid of the fact that, the girlfriend was pregnant, and they took out some more of the mature themes, as well as, like, in the comic book, they show Apocalypse rip Angel's wings off of him.
Oh my god.
Whereas in the cartoon show, they just show, him being zapped with electricity and his wings transform into the metal ones.
Oh my gosh, what happens when his wings are ripped off?
It's really bad when he gets his wings ripped off.
Do they grow back?
No. No.
Why does he rip his wings off?
Apocalypse is a very bad being, Amber.
Why would he do that?
Because he's evil. He's the bad guy.
Why would he do that? Does he use anesthetic? I don't understand.
Why would a bad guy use anesthetic, honey? What do you mean?
I just don't understand why he would do that. That's part of his cure.
There is no cure. We've just been over this. There's no cure.
His mutant powers are amplified, and then he rips his wings off?
Yeah, and he replaces them with metal wings, and he becomes like the Agent of Death.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even think about that. Really horrifying.
How are you supposed to stop the bomb?
So it's like the same thing that happened to Wolverine, where he got like tortured and stuff.
It's similar. So the cartoon show, they do like a PG version of it, and like Warren Worthington might have been a member of the X-Men. They never tell you. The problem I had with the '92 show is they never explain, other than Iceman, who the former X-Men members were. They never talk about them. So Iceman has a very unique role in the animated series, which I like what they did with Iceman. He is this guy who used to be enamored with this girl named Polaris. And, you know, she was in love with Cyclops' brother Havoc, I believe. I don't remember, but Bobby was really madly in love with a girl named Polaris.
Yeah.
Who is also a character who uses, I believe, magnetic powers, hence the name Polaris.
Oh, yeah.
So when Bobby comes back in the show, Cyclops does not like him because Bobby has always been a troublemaker, end quote, according to him. Protect the bridge.
So,
how do I disable the
how
bomb?
long did he know him that he would...
They were the first X-Men.
So he thought he was a troublemaker from the beginning?
Something like that. They thought he was...
So he thought he was a troublemaker a long time ago, so he was mad at him.
Well, I mean, he is... I mean, Bobby is who Bobby is.
How did he make trouble? He just, like, pranked people and stuff?
Well, I mean, no, he was... But here's the thing. Bobby was always getting in trouble, and even Xavier said... Or not Xavier. Even Bobby, or Cyclops says to Bobby, like, in the episode, he's like, hey... You know, you've always taken Bobby's side. Like, he's your favorite or something like that. And, you know, Xavier is always, you know, very lenient toward Bobby. And Bobby is basically... Cyclops does not like him. Like in the original cartoon.
Why does Xavier just likes him? He's not...
They don't explain
thinks
it.
Bobby is just nice.
I don't know. I don't know it. But Bobby is like the X-Man that, you know, everybody's embarrassed to be around in the original cartoon.
Oh.
One sec.
What will happen to him?
Secretary Trask is the one to talk to about that. Since Magneto's escape, Homeland Security has a new system for dealing with mutant criminals. Your students put on quite a show, Charles. I'm impressed by how much you've taught them. What's troubling you, old friend?
What do you know of the Sentinel program?
Only what they let me see. One of Stryker's projects from years ago, even before Weapon X went online. We never thought he got it past the design stage.
But he did.
Yes. An underground group called Hydra helped him design and build the prototype. A master mold, a factory that can produce robots he called Sentinels, designed to hunt mutants.
And where is it?
We don't know. It has shielding that is resisting even our most advanced tracking systems.
God help us all.
All right, so I think that's going to do it for today's episode because we did all of Nightcrawler and stuff like that. But pretty much what I was telling you is like the original X-Men were captured, and then in the story you had the other X-Men save them, and they became the new X-Men. So all the other guys retired. Iceman left. He went after Polaris. Havoc left. He also went after Polaris. And I believe Polaris is the daughter of Magneto, but also the Scarlet Witch and Pietro are the daughters and son of Magneto too. So I don't know when he had Polaris.
I guess Magneto has had a lot of kids.
Well, I mean, his Pietro and either Pietro and Scarlet Witch are the younger siblings, and Polaris is the older one, because Polaris was part of the original X-Men team at one point. And Scarlet Witch and Pietro became the Avengers, part of the Avengers. So I'm guessing they're probably the younger kids, but in Pietro and his sister's case, I believe their mother was killed, which caused Magneto to snap and hate humanity. Kind of like a Dracula thing, like where, you know how Alucard, his mother was killed, and Dracula then became super evil and hated humanity and tried to destroy everything.
I kind of remember that.
Yeah, something similar to that. Magneto was not really... He hated humans, but he wasn't waging war on them yet until after his wife was killed or something. I believe that's what it was. And he thought his children were lost.
I remember that Archangel story in the X-Men animated series, and all I remember is Archangel looked so sad.
Well, yeah,
after he became like blue and green.
Yeah. So,
and his wings looked weird then too. Now I kind of understand that his wings were metal. They didn't really explain that in the cartoon.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 levels left. Oh my gosh. We're nowhere near done. There's going to be like 6 or 7 streams of this.
So, in the original comic, Archangel's girlfriend didn't mind that he was a mutant.
She knew. She just didn't tell him because she didn't know how he'd react.
Well, she should have told him, then he wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, then he probably wouldn't become the Angel of Death. So anyway, Rogue in the show takes away his pain and gives him back his free will. And he's no longer a slave of Apocalypse, but he's always blue. And he's always, now he has, you know, he lost everything because before he was a mutant that could kind of hide in plain sight because he looked normal.
Yeah, he could just, his shoulders look broader.
Yeah, his shoulders look broader.
Because of his wings.
Right. So, you know, he was one of the mutants that was able to hide in plain sight because he looked human. Once his face is blue and, you know, he looks really messed up. It's basically Warren Worthington with blue skin, yellow hair and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really not much he can do except I think he ends up working for the U.S. government at one point in X-Force, and he works with the X-Men a little bit during Jim Lee's run in the 90s, but I didn't see him very much. Bishop was around way more than Archangel. Archangel's in a giant spread on a comic book where they show how big the X-Men team was at one point, which they were massive. The team was so big that Storm and Cyclops needed to divide the X-Men into 2 teams, blue and gold. Storm was the leader of gold team, and Cyclops was the leader of blue team, and each team consisted of 9 different members that were not part of blue and gold. Like, they were different. So Storm had 9 people under her command, and then Cyclops had 9 people, and they consisted of everyone from, like, Gambit, Rogue, Jean, Bishop, Archangel, Iceman, Nightcrawler, Colossus, Jubilee. There's so many, and they're all, like, on different teams. That was, as far as I know, that was the biggest the X-Men ever got, is they had, like, 2 teams that were massive in size. But then as the 90s went on, it was mostly the blue team that you saw, Cyclops team. And blue team, if I remember correctly, consisted of Wolverine, Jean, Nightcrawler, Gambit, Rogue, I'm trying to remember,
so there was a
Beast, I think?
So there was a whole nother team.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really interesting.
In fact, the blue team, mostly in the X-Men animated series, is based on blue team from the comics. They don't really do gold team.
That's why, like, in the X-Men, the animated series show, it felt like they only brought Storm in when the situation was serious. Like, it was like, oh man, now we're outnumbered. What are we gonna do? Okay, time to call in the big guns, and they called in Storm. And maybe Wolverine.
Oh, Storm's an Omega level mutant. Storm is very powerful.
It's like when they were like fighting regular people, they were just like, we've got this. And then it was like, oh darn it, we're surrounded and we're outnumbered. Time to call Storm on the phone.
Yeah, sadly they did retcon Scarlet Witch and Pietro so they could just be Avengers and no longer X-Men characters. So they're no longer related to Magneto. Just Polaris, I believe.
That's weird.
Well, it's because, you know, they were trying to distance themselves with the X-Men at one point because Fox owned the rights to the movies. And Marvel didn't want to do a lot with the X-Men, so the X-Men had terrible runs because Fox owned most of the license, because Stan Lee sold off, like, television and film and animated rights and all kinds of stuff to Fox. I think it was either the 90s or the 80s. So Fox owned the rights to, like, Fantastic Four, the X-Men, Blade, and a couple other Marvel properties. And then Sony had Spider-Man characters and something else. And the Avengers was still owned by Marvel, but nobody was making a Marvel movie yet until, like, much later in, like, the 2010s. So, but anyway, guys and gals, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. You will be getting another episode of X-Men tomorrow. It'll be featuring Iceman and Wolverine. We have 12 levels left of this game. We are not done yet. Nowhere near done yet. But we found a way to cheese the game. Thank you so much. again for the amazing super chats. You guys are breathtaking. We essentially hit our goal, and I will find ways of not. I'll find ways of doing the thing.
Other things besides.
I will do the Bale voice every once in a while, but we're gonna be careful with some things, as well as I'm gonna gauge you guys and see what you like. But thank you guys so much. X-Men tomorrow. Zenless Zone needs some help if you guys want another Zenless Zone stream. Although Amber and I could do Capcom versus SNK 2 tomorrow.
We could.
But Zenless Zone is only at 900 views. So next up is Multiverses. That'll be starting up in just a few minutes. So head on over there. And thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys had fun. And more X-Men tomorrow. Multiverses is next. And it'll be on Wonder Woman 84 Showcase. And that stream will begin as soon as we get around 40 likes. Okay? Thank you guys. Take care. And see you in a little bit.
See ya.